Florida facing its deadliest day yet, the virus claiming 156 lives in just 24 hours. Florida shattering the record for the highest daily increase of any state with 15,300, easily surpassing earlier single-day case numbers set by California and New York, about 2 months after Florida's governor said this.
Everyone in the media was saying Florida was going to be like New York or Italy, and that has not happened.
应该说是还没有。
If the Sunshine State were its own country, it would rank 4th highest in the world for new COVID cases, behind the United States, Brazil, and India.
Florida's cases skyrocketing over the past several months. On April 1st, the state had roughly 7,000 total cases. On May 1st, nearly 35,000. June 1st, roughly 57,000. And on July 1st, nearly 159,000 cases, adding more than 100,000 cases in just 30 days.
截至本周，佛州的确诊人数超过了30万
now outpace France and China combined.
That's a lot of new cases? Wow, that's a lot.
Physicians sounding the alarm.
People are dying. They're not just getting sick, they're dying. Our loved ones are dying. And you should care about those people that you're interacting with.
Florida's fatalities this week, over 500. In Miami-Dade, hospitals are at 94% ICU capacity, with the mayor confirming 6 are now full.
最新统计，佛州自重启经济以来，确诊人数飙升了1237%。
Despite the explosion of infections, many rules remain unchanged. Masks are not required statewide, and Florida's beaches and businesses remain open. Even Disney World back this weekend.
Mandatory temperature checks for visitors. Face masks are required, except when eating or swimming. Hand sanitizing stations are located throughout.
Experts also point to a toxic combination of crowded beaches, packed protests, bustling bars, and people not wearing masks.
This is America.
We are not a communist state.
This is not communist China.
And what about my right if somebody's sick?
Stay in your house.
You have a right to stay in your house. You have every right to wear a mask if you want. Don't shove it on me.
Shut that window.
You have every right. You have every right to stay in that house.
Many refuse to wear one, as more retailers like Target require them. In Florida, one shopper pulled a gun on another after a dispute over face masks.
Miami is a nightlife hotspot, an economy based on parties and large gatherings, fueled largely by young people. Jared Kuderoff is a party promoter in South Florida who goes by the name Coots. He says he's been planning events since the state opened up and is struggling to balance safety with the need to earn a paycheck.
Does it ever weigh on your conscience that one of these parties might lead to someone's death?
Yeah, I'm not even going to the parties myself right now because I'm scared to party. However, if they want to party, they want to party, so they're going to party regardless. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to do it safely for them.
Coots says his parties are invite only. He limits the number of people per table and asks his guests to wear masks and maintain social distance.
Your critics might say you're profiting off of people's recklessness.
Very few of us are eligible for unemployment or making money right now, and we need to survive a certain way. I'm not trying to do it to get people sick. I'm just trying to do it to make some money.
Hey, turn the music down.
These same young people, especially in a community like Miami, live in multi-generational homes. So we are now starting to see a gradual increase in the number of older patients who are needing to be hospitalized.
According to Pew Research Center, Florida is one of the states with the largest share of multi-generational households in the United States. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez says survey data has documented rising rates of household transmission and believes one tool that could help multi-generational households is securing isolation hotel rooms.
I just confirmed with Director Moskowitz last night that they are renting a hotel for 350 rooms in the city of Miami. Yo quiero evitar un cierre si es posible. Si hay un cierre, sería similar al cierre que tuvimos en marzo, abril, porque ese fue efectivo.
有医生认为已无需再等。
Our only option, unfortunately, at this time, since we haven't seen a turnaround in the last few days, despite these measures, is to enter another lockdown.
One option the state's leader so far has left off the table.
Still, the president plans to accept his nomination at the Republican convention next month in Florida, despite the state's current explosion of cases.
川普不愿退让的还有这件事。
Plus, back to school. The administration pushing for schools to reopen quickly.
We're very much going to put pressure on governors and everybody else to open the schools.
We don't want the guidance from CDC to be a reason why schools don't open.
不过就在7月14日，单佛州、加州和德州这3州，一天内就合计超过3万起新增病例。
This as local leaders across the country are rethinking their moves to reopen. Officials outside Houston in Fort Bend County, Texas, have decided school this fall will open with online learning only.
We cannot tell this virus what we will and will not do. The virus will teach us what is safe and what is prudent to do.
In California, the same decision with even more impact. Officials in Los Angeles and San Diego announced classrooms will stay closed, online learning only, when school starts.
The president is very keen on seeing schools reopen. It's the only thing that's fair to America's children. And when he says open, he means open and full, kids being able to attend each and every day at their school. The science should not stand in the way of this.
But there is divide. Outside of Los Angeles, protesters for and against gathered as the Orange County School Board recommended that classrooms reopen next month without masks or social distancing.
As the debate over opening schools intensifies, a stunning new statistic from Florida. 31% of kids tested there for COVID-19 were positive, more than 16,000.
当然，孩童确诊率偏高的原因之一是这些去受检的孩童都是已经出现疑似症状才接受检测。
Hospitalizations for children remain very rare, and nationwide, the death rate for COVID patients under age 25 is less than 0.1%.
美国不是唯一面临复课痛苦抉择的国家。
Around the world, millions of children's education interrupted, and now getting kids back into the classroom safely is a top priority.
This is the one-way system. You have to walk all around the playground to come back in to go back to
Oh, so you can't come back into this door. You've got to walk all the way around.
It's the one-way system.
Oh, that's so annoying.
伦敦这所学校采单一出入口管制进出，教室的座位距离拉大，班级学生人数减半，空间不足的就用礼堂或是体育馆充当教室。
At this school in France, teachers use games and hula hoops to keep children apart, and lunchtime is a whole different affair. Children must wait to be served by kitchen aides, and nothing can be brought in from home. Unlike the London school, teachers here do wear masks, which makes interacting with the children that much harder. They compulsively sanitize after they touch anything belonging to the kids, and they tell their students to do the same.
南韩的学生除了量体温跟保持社交距离，只要记得一件事。
Not only students but also teachers and actually all of the Koreans should wear a mask in all the time, any place. Can you imagine? You can play soccer with wearing a mask.
问题不在该不该复课，而是准备好了吗？